Hi Cancer, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your mid-January through mid-February career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job. Where is it that you want to possibly level up now that you are in a brand new year, whether you're wanting to leave an existing job or possibly get out on your own or attract more clients. This is the energy you want to pay attention to. So Cancer, this is a big time. We are moving through. The nodes have moved into Pisces and Virgo. We will have the Sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, as well as Uranus moves direct at the end of the month in Taurus. Jupiter moves direct in Gemini in February, and we will have a lunar new year of the snake. So that's a lot going on, right? Take a look at the description box below. I've highlighted all the important dates. Also, if you haven't taken a look at those December through January career readings, I will leave a link below. Those are really helpful to understand the energy that you bring into this period. All right, Cancer, let's get started. You start out mid-January with the Judgment card, major arcana there, as well as the 10 of Wands. So some type of endings occurring there, Cancer. Then the end of January finds you with the King of Cups in the reverse, as well as the 7 of Pentacles. Beginning of February finds you with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Page of Pentacles also in the reverse. Mid-February finds you with the Sun card, Leo energy here. That could be pointing towards that upcoming Mars moving back into Leo later on in the spring. And you have the 7 of Swords. So interesting mix of cards here, Cancer. Before we try to attach an outcome, let's go ahead and pull all your cards. Spirit, if you can send my Cancerians a card representing the energy that they bring into mid-January through mid-February for their career. All right, so this is in the reverse. I first want to just show you the picture of the 7 of Wands. And you can see she's trying to move over that river. And so it's very interesting because it's like her wand is hitting it and trying to figure out the best way to navigate this on her own. So with it in reverse, Cancer, this could be a time where back in late December or even beginning of the year, you have been struggling to try and find either a path forward. Maybe this has been a really stressful time for you in your job, in your career. You've been feeling like you had a lot on your own shoulders that you had to decipher on your own. And Spirit is telling you that this time is going to be over, but you will bring it into the beginning of this period. Now, what I think is interesting is that with that 7 of Wands, you also have the 7 of Pentacles, and you have a 7 of Swords, which is insinuating triple sevens, lots of manifestation, lots of good luck. So keep that in mind because you do have 3 sevens on the ground. So you could be getting a job offer this month, or you could be hearing of some good news. So keep that in mind. Spirit, can you please send my Cancerians an oracle message for their career mid-January through mid-February? And look at that, you have the 8 of Earth. So always nice to get a Earth or a Pentacle card during a career reading. And it says skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, possibly going back to school. So I think that's interesting there with that 7 of Pentacles, because that does have that kind of like learning, waiting for the rewards. This 8 of Earth could mean you are leaving something that is no longer fulfilling, paying more attention to what you do enjoy, possibly going back to school or getting some kind of certification to earn more money. This also could point towards you needing to stay diligent at what you're doing, and the benefits will pay off later. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, Cancer, so let's go through week by week what your energies look like with the astrology and your cards. So January 19th is where we're actually going to start off this reading. That is when the sun enters Aquarius. When the sun enters Aquarius, this is going to be a big shift for many of us because we're going to also have Pluto in this space just a few days later. It looks like the sun is conjunct Pluto in Aquarius 2 days later on the 21st. And then we will have Mercury and Capricorn squaring Chiron in Aries. So this time could be mentally tough conversations, but there could also be karmic events that happen. And I do think this Judgment card and 10 of Wands, Cancer, you all are ending a tough cycle. You all have been possibly had a job that was very demanding. Maybe you had colleagues or a boss that wasn't very forgiving or just wasn't very kind. I do think many of you all are taking mid-January until mid-February to figure out what direction you want to go, but you're definitely having these endings of 210. You have the 10 here and then you have the 20 here. So that is major culmination points, Cancer. And I do think that by time you move into the 27th of January, when we have Mercury entering Aquarius, conversations around what new ideas are coming after this period is going to be huge for you. And I think that's really important too with that 8 of Earth, because remember, it's more about skilled work being rewarded. I think this is where you are doing your work, okay? All right, so we get to the last part of January where we have Mercury entering Aquarius on the 27th. We will have Venus entering its retrograde shadow on the 28th. And then January 29th, mark your calendar because this is going to be a big day for the entire world because we have an Aquarius new moon, which starts this lunar new year of the wood snake. We also have the moon north node into Pisces, south node coming into view here. We have Mercury conjunct Pluto in Aquarius on the 29th, and we have Uranus direct in Taurus on the 30th. That is a big time there. You can see here, you all have been working diligently either on a side project, a side hustle, possibly, I just heard, if some of you all were kind of dabbling in different type of investing, or you've been trying to learn all you can about the stock market. There's something here around you've been waiting on something that you've been doing for a while. But this King of Cups in reverse does suggest that there is someone who is emotionally telling you this may not be the best time for this, or take your time, or don't rush into anything. So just really pay attention around that Mercury entering Aquarius, around that Uranus direct, because you could hear some out of the blue conversations or information come in that you weren't expecting, but you definitely are being patient. And I think that's really important, Cancer, is not to jump to too many expectations during this time, because I do think that you all are ending a cycle and you've been waiting on a cycle to fruition. Now, by the time you move to the first week of February, that Page of Pentacles and Queen of Swords in reverse does suggest that you all have been possibly waiting for an offer, waiting for some information to come in. And I do think that it looks like February 3rd is when we do have Mercury in Aquarius trining Jupiter in Gemini. So this could be optimism coming on in for you all, open-minded conversations with a boss, clients. And then by the time you get to the 4th of February, Jupiter direct in Gemini. So this is when conversations could definitely lighten up. This is when you all could possibly turn these cards upright, hear back from an important person, possibly an interview that you had back in January. This week could be really big. And Venus enters Aries on the 4th. So you could also hear some news about moving forward when Venus moves into Aries. So don't fret that these two are still in reverse here. I do think you all are still going through this process of weeding out from when things were going really slow and endings, you waiting on some money ideas or money conversations, possibly with a boss or possibly from an interview. Now, by the time we get to mid-February, this is when we have the Sun conjunct Mercury in Aquarius on the 9th. This is about conversations with groups of people. Mars in Cancer trine Saturn in Pisces on the 9th. So emotionally, maybe things finally working out. I do think that 8 of Earth, that 7 of Pentacles could be panning out here. But I do think pay attention with that Sun card. I do think that Sun card in reverse is signaling Mars. Mars is still still in Cancer throughout the month of February. I don't think it moves back into Leo until at least possibly the end of March or April, but I do think that there's someone around you that's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, or possibly trying to deceive you, or you could be getting into some kind of job offer that looks too good to be true. So just really pay attention during this time. It feels like something looks really good on paper, but then when you dig deeper, you're realizing, okay, this is going to be a lot more hours than I anticipated, or possibly they're going to expect you to do more than you were thinking in the interview. But I do think by the time you get to the 12th of February, when we have a Leo full moon, that is when some of this may come out. So be prepared for possibly mid-February to the end of February, some kind of conversations of things being revealed. I also think that Sun card could be that Leo full moon. Some type of culminations could come out at that time. And Mercury enters Pisces on the 14th on Valentine's Day. So I do think if you all can wait to possibly be signing any papers until after that Leo full moon, I think you may be in a better spot. But if you can't, it's okay. Just make sure you are doing your due diligence, Cancer. Make sure you read through all of the paperwork and don't rush into anything before you've done your own research. So I hope this was helpful, Cancer. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series, and I'll talk to you later.